Charles didn't just lose Diana, he lost to her. And the worst part of his reign is that he already knows it. 20 signs, not guesses. Things he sees every day and cannot answer. The son who carries her face into every room. The crowds that still say her name and not his. The statue he does not control. The grandchildren who know her only as the one who was wronged. He cannot win an argument with a memory. Every year her story grows and his shrinks. He built a whole life to write her out, and the country wrote her back in. This is the king who got the crown, the coronation, the wife he chose. And the one thing the crown cannot buy is the verdict, and the verdict already came back for Diana. 20 signs, 20 things. Charles already knows, while Diana was denied even her crown. All of it, running now. You'll see all 20, from the ones he hides to the one he cannot. Sign 17 sits on his desk in writing. He has been king for 4 years and has never once picked it up. And sign 20 is the one he sees in the mirror. Let's count them down. Number 1, he stopped saying her name in public. Count the speeches, then listen for one word, Diana. Since 2022, Christmas broadcasts, Commonwealth addresses, banquet toasts, hours of prepared lawyered language. A man at peace with his history says it the way he says any other name, easily in passing without weight. Charles roots around it. Speechwriters find other roads, and notice what that routing costs. Those sentences were drafted twice, once with her name and once without, and someone in that building picked the version without. A decision taken repeatedly in writing by people who work for him. Avoidance is work, and the pattern it leaves is the first sign. You do not spend 29 years steering around a word you feel innocent about. And the avoidance is not only in his speeches, it is in his diary. Number 2, the anniversaries he is not at. Every 31st of August, there is a place he could stand and does not. Kensington's gates fill with flowers. Her sons mark the day their own way, and every year the court circular, the record of where royals actually go, shows the king somewhere else. 29 anniversaries now, 29 entries in a public record, and not one of them puts him anywhere near her. A man who believed history would clear him should have stood at one of them by now, laid a wreath, said one sentence, an empty diary entry every August in the one document the palace can't spin. 29 confessions, one a year, all of them about Diana. The diary hides more than dates. It hides destinations. Number 3, he no longer appears at the causes she built. The charities Diana made famous are all still running. The homelessness work, the hospices, the children's wards she sat on the floor of. They hold galas and anniversaries, and the royal who comes is almost never him. William took the homelessness patronage. Harry carried the AIDS work forward. Charles, with patronages by the 100 and a diary he controls, has arranged his charitable life so it doesn't intersect with hers. Think about what that arrangement requires. Her causes are the safest photo opportunities in Britain. He avoids them anyway. Standing in her territory means standing next to her memory, and he has measured that comparison before. I really want to get to sign 7, the one with no organizer behind it, the one nobody can stop. But first, 4 and 5, because those two are confessions he made himself. Number 4, he has never once corrected the record. Here is a reading, and I will voice it as one, but sit with the record under it. He has had 29 years and the world's press on call. The machinery exists and he uses it for other things. And in 29 years, he has never once argued the story is wrong. Never disputed Diana's account in any sustained, on-record way. A man who believed he was right would have said so by now. The silence is not humility. Silence from a man with this much machinery is a position. He has never argued the case. But once, on television, he made it for the other side. Number 5, the interview he authorized and never repeated, June 1994. Charles sat down willingly with his own broadcaster and told the country the truth about the marriage. He confirmed the affair on national television. his idea, his timing, his frame. In the 32 years since, he has never done it again. No second sitting, no older and wiser reflection from the throne, one authorized confession, then a lifetime of distance from his own words. He learned that night what the truth about Diana costs him in public, and every year of silence since is him remembering it. Those 5 are the withdrawal, confessions made by absence. That part of the file is closed. The next 5 are harder because they aren't about him at all. They're about a comparison he cannot control, cannot answer, and cannot win. This is the part of the file the palace never talks about, and the mirror from the beginning, sign 20, is waiting at the end of this corridor. Number 6, the crowd gap on every walkabout. Watch any joint appearance, then watch Diana in 1985. The distance people traveled, the hands over the barriers. Charles has spent 40 years watching crowds respond to other people. First to her, now to her son and his wife, standing exactly where he used to stand. And the reporting goes back to 1983. I mark that as reporting. On the Australia tour, correspondents described the couple working opposite sides of the street, and the side that got him letting its disappointment be heard. He joked about it afterwards, the way people joke about things that are not funny to them. The comparison is made for him in public several times a year by strangers with no agenda. Nobody instructs a crowd. The crowd has returned the same answer since 1981 in the only poll nobody can commission, wait, or withhold. Crowds go home. What they leave behind does not. Number 7, her gates still get flowers. His do not. Every August, flowers appear at the gates of Kensington Palace. Nobody organizes it. Nobody is paid. It just keeps happening. 29 years on, for a woman, most of the people leaving them never met. Think about that for 1 second. There is no precedent in modern Britain for grief that renews itself like that. Charles lives inside the institution those gates belong to. The flowers arrive on his property. For her, he can see the verdict from the window. That is the verdict in daylight. The next is kept locked in a drawer. Number 8, the one comparison. No palace has ever published. I have to be careful here, so I will tell you what is checkable and what is not. Institutions this size track public opinion constantly. That's how palaces operate, and former courtiers have said so. Here is the checkable part. In 29 years, no palace has published a single number comparing him with Diana. No survey, no favorability table with both their names on it. I cannot tell you what that research says. Nobody outside those walls can. An institution that measures everything and releases nothing on this question is telling you which answer it keeps finding. So is the man they prepare it for. What the palace hides in numbers, the newspapers confess in a single word. Number 9, the word the press attaches to her and not to him. 40 years of headlines, and only one of these two is ever called beloved. Search the archives. Beloved Diana returns pages across every newspaper in Britain. Run it with his name and the word does not attach. Respected sometimes, dutiful, controversial, never the one that matters. Language settles by consensus, and this one settled long ago. From tonight, you will notice it every time. Which royal gets which adjective. You will not be able to stop. That is the sign working on you the way Diana's name has worked on him for 40 years, and the adjective is only half the grammar. Number 10, he is described in relation to her. She is never described in relation to him. Read the coverage and you find the deepest sign of all, hiding in the grammar. He is Diana's husband, Diana's widower, the man Diana married. She has never once been Charles's wife. Not in a headline, not in a caption, not in the public mind. Let me say that again because it is the strongest sentence in this file. He is Diana's husband. She has never once been Charles's wife. That is what losing looks like when it is permanent. The language put him in her orbit decades ago, and no crown, no coronation, no second marriage has ever pulled him out. Call it the orbit rule. He circles her name forever, and hers never once passes through his. Grammar is the one court that never adjourns. That was the comparison he cannot win, and now you know the orbit rule he lives under. We are halfway. The heavier half is ahead. I really want to get to sign 17, the document from the beginning, the one he has left untouched for 4 entire years as king. But first, 11 through 15, because the next 5 verdicts were not delivered by crowds or newspapers. They were delivered by his own blood. Number 11, William named his daughter for her, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, a permanent decision made by his heir that he cannot touch. The future king's only daughter carries the name of the woman this institution erased, announced to the world, and entered in the register. Charles can change titles, households, budgets. He can't change his granddaughter's name. Every time it is read aloud at a state occasion for the next 80 years, the third name will be there, and everyone in the room will know what it means and who chose to put it there. And the name is not even the only daily reminder his heir installed. Diana's sapphire, the ring Charles once handed her, sits on Catherine's hand, photographed nearly every week, chosen by William for that reason. The future queen wears the verdict on her finger. A name is words. His sons also built the verdict in bronze. Number 12, the statue. Who commissioned it? Who is in the photographs? The 1st of July, 2021, what would have been her 60th birthday. William and Harry unveiled a statue of their mother in the sunken garden at Kensington Palace. They commissioned it together and chose the sculptor, the garden, the date. The attendance is public record, her sons, her family, the people who made it. Look at the photographs from that afternoon. Charles is in none of them. I will not tell you what he felt that day because nobody can. I will tell you what the record shows. His sons put Diana in bronze, on royal ground, and the pictures do not contain him. The statue is what they built. The silence is what they kept. Number 13. Neither son has ever publicly taken his side about her. 29 years, 2 very different men, and they disagreed about almost everything. The institution, the press, each other. And on one subject, they never diverged. Neither William nor Harry has ever publicly defended their father's treatment of their mother. Not one interview, not one statement, not one sentence of, "It was complicated," or "There were 2 sides." 2 witnesses, estranged, telling the same story by omission since 1997. One wrote his account into a book the whole world read. The other never needed to write anything. His answer is a christening list and a daughter's name. Different men, different methods, same conclusion. In any courtroom on earth, that is corroboration. And the verdict is not only in what they never said, it is in 18 names written down at 3 christenings. Number 14, 18 godparents. Not one from Camilla's side. The most personal choice a parent makes is who stands at the font. William and Catherine made it 3 times, 7 for George, 5 for Charlotte, 6 for Louis, 18 names, everyone announced, every list public. Think about that for 1 second. 18 chances to extend a hand to the family his father chose over Diana. 18 chances to seat a Parker Bowles beside the future of the monarchy. The pattern is total. 18 for 18, not 1. Nobody announced a policy. Nobody had to. The christening lists are the quietest ruling in this video, written by the man who holds the crown next. Those lists chose the present. Bedtime stories choose the future. Number 15, his grandchildren are being taught to be proud of her. George, Charlotte, and Louis are growing up with her photograph, her story told by the parent who decides what they learn. William says he talks to his children about Diana. Charles can change a title. He cannot change who his grandchildren are taught to be proud of. This is not just in the crowds and the archives. It's being installed in the future, one bedtime story at a time, and it will outlive everyone watching this video. His own blood. That is the act nobody recovers from. Almost there now. The last 5 are the things he has, in his own way, already admitted. You have known this verdict for 29 years. These last 5 are him admitting he has 2. And the mirror is close now. 2 signs past the signature. Number 16. Whatever love is, he has never taken it back. February 1981. The engagement interview. A reporter asks if they are in love. Diana says instantly, "Of course." Charles says, "Whatever in love means." In front of the world, before the wedding, with her beside him. 45 years and hundreds of interviews have gone by. He has never explained it away, softened it, or claimed he was misunderstood. Watch the clip and watch her face. 19, hearing it in real time. The country saw that flicker and never forgot it. 3 words left standing for 45 years because correcting them would mean admitting what they meant. And he knows the country decoded them correctly the first time. 3 words he never took back. 1 document he never touched. Number 17. The 1996 letters, patent, are still standing. He has been king for 4 years. This is the one from the beginning, the sign he could answer tomorrow. Here is the record, exactly as it stands. On the 21st of August, 1996, letters patent under the Great Seal declared that a former wife of a son of a sovereign would not hold the style of Royal Highness. It is in the London Gazette. You can read it tonight. And the House of Commons Library states the rule plainly. That style is conferred under the royal prerogative and removed by the same instrument. Conferred and removed by the same instrument. Those letters patent are still standing. 30 years. 2 monarchs. Nobody has revisited them. Charles has held that prerogative for 4 years. He has never once asked, in public, whether they could be looked at again. And honestly, this is the sign I keep coming back to, because it is not from 1996. It is from this morning. The case has been made publicly for years, by Diana's friends, by biographers, by half the commentariat every August. The pen is on his desk. He has never picked it up. 2 signs stand between here and the mirror. Both are his own work. Number 18. He arranged the succession early. Here is a reading again, voiced as one, resting on a documented pattern. A man confident of how history will judge him doesn't hurry the handover, and this reign is a record of hurry. The duchy transferred whole on day 1, investitures delegated, William's household holding authority. No Prince of Wales has held this early. Kings expecting vindication build their own legacy. Kings expecting the verdict build their successors. Every delegation is in the court circular. Notice whose reign he has spent his own preparing. Diana's sons. He is building the next reign, and he has stopped building his own defense. Number 19. He has stopped fighting for how he will be remembered. One more reading, with the record under it. There was an era of authorized books and place stories, a campaign to manage his account of the marriage to Diana. Trace the dates. The biography belongs to 1994. The sympathetic retellings thinned through the 2000s. Since then, nothing. No memoir. No late rain reckoning. The machinery that fought for his version has been stood down. Men keep fighting the verdicts they think they can still overturn. He has stopped fighting this one. Conceding the record is its own kind of confession. He made it slowly by stopping over 20 years. And when the last machine goes quiet, only one thing is left to live inside. Number 20, the last sign. He has to live inside the answer. So put the file together. He is not going to be punished. That is the point. No court, no confiscation, no cameras outside. He simply has to get up every morning inside a verdict the whole world reached without him. The crowds reached it in the 80s. His sons wrote it into christening lists and a granddaughter's name. The flowers reach it fresh every August at his own gates, and he has known the answer longer than any of them, since a September morning in 1997, when he watched a country grieve for his wife the way it has never once grieved for him, and understood exactly which of the two of them the story would belong to. He knows Diana won. He has known since 1997. He lives where the language put him. In her orbit, Diana's husband, permanently. The other 19 signs are just 29 years of him failing to hide it. 20 signs and not one needed a court. He has to live inside the answer every day, and so does the woman he chose it for. Karma reached Charles quietly, over 29 years, without ever raising its voice. It is catching up with Camilla the same way, and if you want the 20 signs of that, this video is right here.